How to earn money from Shopify. So in this video, you're going to be learning 5 popular ways that you can earn money from Shopify. So let's start. So coming in number 1, we have drop shipping. Alright, so if you don't know what drop shipping is, I'll give you a short TLDR. Right, so drop shipping is just another way of selling things without you having to have stock physically in your room or in your house, right? You don't need to have the stock, right? So when somebody buys something from a Shopify store, right, a third-party vendor, let's say for this example AliExpress, right, will then handle the logistics of shipping that product to your customer, right? You don't have to worry about having any stock, which is why it's a popular way of generating income on Shopify, because you don't really have to have any inventory, right? You don't have to take the risk of buying inventory ahead of time. So what is the pro of selling with dropshipping? So one of the first things, of course, like I mentioned, is you get to sell without owning the inventory, right? You can set up a Shopify store right now, right? And then it start connected to AliExpress, right? It start selling products, right? Without having you to have the physical product in you, right? You don't have to worry about logistics, right? Shipping is time consuming, right? And you don't have to worry about any of that, right? So AliExpress will, or another third-party logistics company, right, will handle all that for you, right? And you got to also sell without having to work with vendors to make the product, right? So if you sell your own product, right, you know you have to work with vendors to make sure that the product is right, to make sure that everything is up to par with what you're looking for, right? And with drop shipping, right, you don't have to worry about that, right? So one of the cons, you don't own the product. So you might think that this is, not a bad thing, but like, let's say your product is getting very popular, right? They decide to discontinue with the vendor, right? You don't have control over like what gets discontinued, or if there's modifications, right? Maybe they make some different modifications that you're not aware of, right? Because they don't need to let you know, since that's not your product, that's their product, right? So, and also you'll need to spend on ads and organic, right? Because if you don't have a big following online, right, it'll be really hard to generate sales. So you will need to either go organic if you don't want to spend any money. So that means making 3 to 5 videos a day on TikTok, right, about the product that you're selling, right? Or you could go ahead and start generating income, right, by generating your first ads, right? But of course you need to first start spending money on ads, right? So there is a tool that you can use. Oh, let me just move this here. There is a tool that you can use to get started, right? I'll have the link to this in the description below, so you just go check it out, right? It's DSR. It's free to start, right? There is paid versions that unlocks more features, right? With the free version, you'll be able to start selling as well. So yeah, highly recommend you guys go check it out if you're looking for products to sell and you want to start drop shipping. The next one is print on demand. So what is print on demand? So print on demand is almost like drop shipping. The only difference is that you're the designer of your product. So let's say you want to print t-shirts, right? You want to sell these t-shirts with a custom design artwork that you created, right? So what you could do is you could go ahead and connect, let's say, with Printful or Printful, Print on Demand, I think is another one, I think they're called, right? Let's use Printful, right? So you could go ahead and design your own artwork or use AI to help you generate an artwork piece, right? And then once you have your artwork, right, you can select what you want to sell, right? Where you want to place your artwork. Do you want to sell on t-shirts, on hoodies, on coffee mugs, on pens, posters, etc., right? Once you find that product, right, you can then upload your artwork right into that product, make some changes just to make sure it looks good, right? And then from there, whenever you generate a sale for, let's say, a custom hoodie that you designed, right, with your custom artwork, the company behind, let's say, Printful, will handle the shipping and logistics for you, right? So pretty much like drop shipping, the only difference is that you're uploading your own artwork design into this, right? And one of the best things is you have the option again to sell shirts, mugs, hats, posters, not limited to one product, right? So if you want to sell a custom mug, right, fun mugs, then you could do that with having signed up with, like, let's say, Printful, right? In one of the also things is that you pay only when you sell the item, right? So that's one of the benefits of using something like print on demand. It's almost like drop shipping, right? You only pay once you generate that sale, right? Printful or another company will take their cut once you have generated a sale. Now the con for this, right? You need to spend ads or you can spend time doing organic things, right? So again, if you're a well-known artist, right, or you're a well-known creator, you don't really have to do this. You could just link it up and start, selling your thing, right? But let's say you don't have a following, you have two choices, right? You could either upload ads, right, or you could do organic. Organic, again, make 3 to 5 TikTok videos a day, Instagram videos, right? With ads, you just need to have money to spend on ads, right? And then you can start generating income from there, right? And then also another thing is that you'll need to test the item to make sure the quality is there, right? Sometimes you just want to make sure that you're getting a good, like, if the t-shirt's comfortable, it's like, it feels good, right? The design look good, right? Is it going to get damaged if, like, um, like after a certain period, right? So you have to do a lot of testing and quality assurance before you really go live if you want to. You don't have to, but if you really care about like the price you're selling, then this is something that you will need to do a lot, right? And of course, like, again, if you're not an artist, right, you can use tools like AI to help generate images. You could pay a local artist. There's like artists on Fiverr that do custom artwork for you as well. And yeah, you'll be able to start selling it with print on demand. The next thing is sell digital products. This is probably one of the most popular ways to generate or to earn money, right, on Shopify, right? Is to sell digital products. One of the benefits, of course, of this is that you could create your own courses, your own templates, right, once, and then just resell them over and over again, right? You own the product, so no changes will be made since you own the product, right? There's no shipping cost, which is probably one of the highest benefits about selling digital products, right? You don't have to worry about paying extra for carrier fees to deliver your product to another person, right? Because it will be delivered via email, the digital product, right? And one of the benefits, again, is you can sell from anywhere, right? You're not stuck in one location, right? Again, you'll need to have a following, right, for courses, right, templates. So, let's say you want to start selling Notion templates on Shopify, right? It'll be a good thing to start creating content around Notion, right? And then you'll be able to sell it easily, right? Or we could go ahead and just spend ad money as well on Facebook ads, right? And start generating sales from that. Number 4, handmade or your own products you can start to earn on Shopify as well, right? One of the benefits of this, you control the product, right? You're the one controlling the design, everything about the product, the manufacturing and everything, right? So you control all that. The con, you'll need to ship these items, right? So you will need to take into consideration if you're going to offer free shipping or you're going to offer pay shipping, you're going to have to buy shipping supplies as well. So like, boxes or those paper shipping with bubble wrap and everything, right? Labels as well. And if you are going to use, like, which carrier you're going to use as well, right? So you have to take all that information into account. The next thing, of course, is you have to have a product in stock, right? So that means you'll have to work with suppliers, right? And then just make sure that you're getting enough supply to meet your demand of your items that you're selling. And then the last and not least on how you can earn money with Shopify, right, is to be a Shopify partner, right? So one of the benefits of this is you can sell from anywhere, right? And then the other benefit is that you can make money from either themes if you want to, right? Create themes. You want to create Shopify apps, you can earn money from that. You could do affiliate, right, where you can promote Shopify and sell the product, or you can start an agency as well and become a Shopify partner and help businesses start Shopify stores and set them up for success, right? The con is that you don't control what Shopify changes, right? Shopify is always trying to improve their Shopify partner stuff, right? So maybe terms of services might change, policies might change, structures might change, so you don't have any control of that. That's the only downside into this. So tips, right, for success on earning on Shopify, right, is first off, invest in ads if you have the income, right, for quick wins. This will help your mindset to keep going, right? So if you're starting to do drop shipping, print on demand, right, you're selling your own products or digital products, right, you might want to start investing in ads to generate those quick wins, right, and start generating income for yourself as well. The other thing is work on SEO in month 2 and 3, right? This is long-term growth. So if you have a Shopify dropshipping store, focus on SEO, right? If you do Printful, if you do print on demand, right, or digital courses or products, right? You want to focus on SEO for long-term growth, right? You don't want to focus on only ads, right? you want to be able to generate SEO as well. And then you want to download some apps to help you generate income, right? You want to download Shopify messaging. This will help you send emails to customers who don't complete checkouts, right? So you will send the abandoned checkout email to remind them, hey, to check out, right? Or Shopify Flow, right? To create these automations as well, which is very, very, very important when you want to start getting retention and without having to spend extra on ads as well. So again, I do want to promote my free email newsletter, the Ecom Edge. It's free for Shopify store owners like yourself. I send an email once a week to Shopify store owners like yourself, right, to help them generate more sales for free. They'll get tips, tricks, apps that they might need to check out, and yeah, just any cool updates that they need to know to help them succeed on Shopify. I'll have the link to this in the description below. So that's it for now, guys, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.